Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Restore Hyper Wellness Podcast, Brownsboro edition. Now, quick affiliation or disclaimer, this is not Restore Corporate, not affiliated, not the same thing. This is just the Brownsboro team talking about all the fun things they like to talk about. We'll interview people like the staff, the members, and everyone else in between. And today we have the assistant manager, Hannah Mullins. Say hi.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Oh my gosh, you actually recently got the position, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
Yep.
Now, how long have you been at Restore?
It's been about 2 years.
About 2 years. Mm-hmm. And we have some members that have been with us the whole time. Mm-hmm. Like Doyle, Laura, who else are like some Waverly,
Jared.
Some long-standing people.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they love us because it tends to be more of a family environment.
Yes, I
We're
agree.
really close. We're fun. Luke Howard really likes me.
Well, we really like them. So
We like them. They're great.
Yeah.
I just want people to know that the friendlier you are to the staff, the better things tend to be for you.
I wouldn't say that's true.
I think it's a better experience if you're nice to the staff.
Well, it
What
is,
do you
but
mean?
we have to treat everybody like the same. But there's a lot more banter with the regulars.
It's a more fun experience. So
Yeah.
I was a member for a while before. That's actually how I met you and how I met the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like the shot king. Everyone was like there. And I remember I would never buy a pack because I just wanted to spend more money for some reason. I paid full retail for shots every time I came in. And if you guys didn't know, if you buy a package of shots, it gets a lot cheaper instead of like $40 or $50 a shot.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Kept it really exciting. Now, out of all the services we have, what are some of your favorite?
I like the sauna. That's my favorite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I like the full body detox.
Full body detox? How often do you sauna?
I try to do it once a week.
Once a week?
Yeah.
Try.
Keyword.
I know. For me, of course, the shots.
Mm.
I've been recently turned on to the NAD injections. Personally, I hear about it. I hear it's amazing. I can't commit to the drips yet because when I get that shot,
It's intense.
because you've gotten it too.
Yeah.
It's a feeling. Like, describe that feeling for me.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe it really. It's unique for everybody. Like it hits different.
Yeah, it'll hit different for everyone.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know, how would you describe that? Like a head high?
I get for me, it almost feels like you're going down a roller coaster. Like
Yeah.
it's that feeling of
Yeah.
like a little bit of rush to the head.
Yeah.
For me, at least now, my heart rate will increase. The first time I got it, I really felt it.
Yeah.
And now it's more of a baseline. So now I'm like back to my normal level.
Yeah, I just got one the other day and it wasn't as intense as they had been. Like I would immediately feel it in my stomach and I didn't this past one. So I don't know why that would be.
I feel like in my head, if I'm like, not a doctor here, if your levels are really low and you get your first shot, you're pumping your levels back up a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more and more you get the shot, it's kind of like,
Base
it's baseline.
level.
And then if you
Yeah.
went back to maybe we went 3 weeks out of shot, you got a shot and you probably feel it a lot. Just my prediction. And I even have days too where I feel it way more on other days. And it hasn't been a different time period, but maybe I went out on the weekend, maybe I didn't sleep as well. And the more run down my body is, the more I can tell I need an AD.
Yeah.
It works well. Now, how have drips been for you?
We have a love-hate relationship. I am a hard stick. So it's hard for me to get them sometimes, but when I do, it's great. I love the way I feel after. And I try to pair the sauna, like do the sauna first and then the drip after.
And for people who are hard sticks like yourself, like
definitely
incredibly hard.
Yeah, definitely do a hot service first. So your red light or your sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then end with cryo.
Yeah. You never want to do cryo before you get stuck because your veins constrict.
Yeah. And if you're already a hard stick, and let's say you've been working outside in the snow, get in some heat.
Yeah.
Because it will make your life easier. Because you don't have to get stuck again.
Yep.
Don't have to fish for anything. We're like, all right, we can tell that vein is right there. Now, some people are blessed differently.
Like Cameron. Cameron
tree
has
trunks.
great veins.
Yeah, there's something
I
about
do
nurses just see my veins and they're like, oh, I want to
We
stab
can go
you.
for this one, this one, this one. Doesn't matter.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not a tool. I'm a person
You
too.
have options.
I have options.
I
Keeps it
don't.
exciting. What's one service that you've wanted to try but haven't yet?
The hyperbaric.
Hyperbaric.
Yeah.
That's been like right now it's not available at the moment,
Not yet.
but we're getting back
Here
to
soon.
it.
It should actually be back up and running within this week.
Yeah. I think the one reason that's kept me from the hyperbaric is I personally haven't had time, and I feel I'm a little claustrophobic. I don't even do cryo with the window all the way up. I bring it down. Still.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that too, but I just want to try it so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
So I can tell people what to expect.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I need to get in there and do it at least one time.
Yeah. And you can always tell, like, I much rather have the staff do the services that they're talking about.
Right. So they can talk about them.
Because you can, from personal experience.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to describe to somebody what NAD feels like or the
Right.
experience after a drip if you've
Right.
never had one.
Right.
It's kind of like you got to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause-
No, and that's what I say with cryo. I absolutely adore cryo because I am constantly waking up throughout the night. And when I do cryo, I do sleep through the whole night. So
Yeah.
that's one of the main reasons I like to promote it. But it's great for other things like inflammation and yeah.
So the hard thing that everyone loves talking about, pricing. What is one core service right now?
45.
And what is a core service?
Core services include compression, red light therapy, sauna, and cryotherapy.
Yeah. And now that's all in one membership.
Yeah.
So that's that. So if you, let's say you do one service, 45, two services, 90. The first membership starts at what?
185.
185. And that's how many services a month?
8. But it kind of depends on how you use that membership because there's a couple different ways. You could do 8 core services a month. You could do 4 core services and then 1 IV drip or 2 IV drips. So,
And you also get member pricing,
right. You get member pricing on everything else.
which if we like doing math, let's do some hard math right now. So let's say you guys come in, and this is math that I should have done when I was a member because I didn't. And I definitely overpaid. I've gone back in my account and been like, wow, Cameron, you did not do this cost effectively. You were dishing out. So 45 times 8, 360. So if you come in throughout the month, you'll drop 360. And now you can say, well, I can't get in 8 times in a month. Do the services last longer than a month?
Yes, they do roll over for 100 days, but also too, you don't have to come 8 separate days. You can stack your services. So you can do red light cryo, sauna cryo, you know. You can
IV
stack 'em.
compression.
Right.
Which apparently Laura and Doyle had no idea you could do that. And I was like, guys, you've been with us for...
Oh my gosh, really?
They had no idea.
What?
Yeah. When I told them, they're like, we never knew you could do compression and an IV drip. And I'm like, yeah.
There's no way.
No way. They lost it. They were like so excited when they found that out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Huh.
So that's 5 credits right there. So with those 4 services, you could trade in for a drip. And that drip in itself would be a liter of fluids and 2 signature or 1 premium ingredient. You might say, what are the difference in the ingredients? There's a list. There's over like 26 ingredients, so you'd have to figure it out and look at it there.
Well, the nurse will customize one for you.
The nurse can talk about it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you really want to, me and you can talk to the side, and I'll tell you what I love for myself, and you can see if you want to do it too. That's one thing. I'm very passionate about my drips.
Yeah.
You hear it in studio.
Oh yeah, I do.
I'll
I
go
do.
on and on. And you'll have customers that come back and they're like, I want that again. They'll have like their drip that they've formulated and been like, I love that. But that's good. Honestly, if I had to shout anyone out for maybe being the drip king, probably on par with me, JW.
Yeah. He is very regular for sure.
He has been amazing with his consistency.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I remember there was one time I was comparing because I was like, I wonder who's more intense with their IV drips. He still beats
Oh,
me
for sure.
just by a little.
Yeah.
Go back
No,
and forth.
he gets a lot of ingredients.
He's great, but he feels good.
Yeah.
That's the thing is the more consistent you are with drips, the better you feel.
Right.
You don't get sick as much.
Right.
That's great. Now, is there anything we haven't gone over yet with memberships, like how that process works?
So what's the catch when it comes to memberships?
That's a great question. Everyone loves asking that because they're like, okay, this sounds a little too good to be true. Saving a lot of money. I get to do all the things. I'm not having to sign up. And by the way, most places, and I know because I've shopped around in most places, they make you separate memberships for each thing. So it's like the sauna's a membership, the cryo's a membership, the drips are a membership. So here's the commitment to say what you might get into. Just 90 days. So you get 90 days, you're like, all right, you're with us, which is good because that allows you to actually try out all the services, get an experience, then and be like, okay, I've been able to adapt this to my day-to-day routine a little bit. I can feel the difference. Because a lot of people say, what can I expect off of like cryotherapy or red light? Doing service is not going to be anything.
Yeah. You have to be consistent, and that is what I recommend to everybody. Be consistent. 'Cause
Same
if you're
thing as
not-
working out
Yeah.
or eating right.
Yep.
You don't eat one healthy meal and get healthy.
Right.
You don't work out one time and lose the body fat. So with all the services here, like everything else, which is a fundamental thing most people think about, like, oh yeah, consistency builds the compounding results. And then after that, so you're with us for 90 days. You have a great time. We'll share a few jokes. you're like, hey, I can't do it anymore. You gotta give us 30-day heads up. So you just say, all right, I think this is my last month. And then after that, I don't even think I remember this perfectly. How do the credits work after?
So when you cancel, after that 30 days heads up, say it cancels February 11th, right? You have 30 days from February 11th to use those credits. After that, they will expire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, could I sign back up again if I wanted to?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now, a lot of the time, you are grandfathered into a lower price,
Right.
especially if you're a founding member.
Right.
You're
locked in at a great price.
You got a good deal going.
Yep.
You got a great deal going. Now, what's something else someone could do if they have like, let's say they're going to be gone for a little bit. Like, let's say a month in Hawaii with their dog.
So we
Named
would
Pluto.
recommend name Pluto.
Yes.
Great. Love it. We would recommend to freeze your account for the month that you're gone. If you're traveling for a month and you're like, wait, I think I want to travel for another month, we can pause up to 3 months. So there's no worry there. But you only can pause up to 3 months out of the year. So.
And it's good to know your options.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know, like.
They didn't know freezing was an option. And the only thing with freezing that I will mention is you are not allowed to use your credits while you're frozen. It puts a hold on everything. So.
And it's best used for stuff like that, vacation.
Yeah.
And if you're gone, makes sense. You know, save a little money, be good. Don't lose any credits.
Right.
That's awesome.
It puts everything on hold. So you don't lose credits. You won't be billed again. So, yeah.
Now, with everything that we offer, there's another department. There's aesthetics.
Yes.
And I'm not great at explaining them.
Well, we have a bunch of different facials that, the estheticians can definitely have a consult with you and recommend one for you. But with that, you are able to trade in 8 of your credits for a facial. It's only like a signature hydrofacial, the Neve Skin, and
Who knows? Ask somebody else, like the manager who's not on this podcast. They'll answer it better. But if you have a bunch of credit, like if you have someone who's 32 credits built up,
come in and get a facial.
Get
It'll
a
take care
facial.
of 8 of them right there.
That is a great way.
that.
That's a great way to knock them out. And I was that guy. I was the guy who had like 16 credits, 20 credits built up. I remember I'd ask front desk, well, how many credits do I have anyways? I never downloaded the app. I never made an appointment. Actually, let's talk about appointments real quick.
Oh my gosh, one thing that I want to say. We will not charge you for at least like the core medical side. We will not charge you to cancel your appointment. So if the app says you may be billed, you're not going to be billed. Just cancel it, rebook it when you can.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing, because we have people that leave up their appointments and they call us. They're like, I don't want to be billed because I'm not going to be able to. Just cancel it. You're not going to be billed. The aesthetic side is a little bit different. Kind of depends on your esthetician. So
yeah,
if you call no show, you may be billed.
But that's not us.
Late fee.
We're nice. I'm not saying the estheticians aren't nice, but you're going to love Hannah and I.
Oh, yeah.
But one thing, so for all the services, core services outside of sauna, normally
Now,
fine.
We do recommend you book an appointment.
We do
book
recommend
an
you book an
appointment
appointment.
so we know you're coming, especially when it comes to the medical services. We need your date of birth, all your information, so we can book you a telehealth appointment. We need an appointment for medical.
Yes. So, and that's one thing where, every once in a while, we can do a walk-in. Let's say if there's an opening in the schedule and we can fit you in, we'd love to fit you in.
Yeah.
Because they help you out. We want to help you out.
Right.
Now, if it's, if we have every chair in the IV drip room filled and we have people going out in the compression area, I don't know if we can get a walk-in today.
Yeah.
And like I said, we have an app. Works great. Does everything beautifully. Yep. And then another thing is, too, if you ever do bring in a friend. So let's say you have Jessica, and Jessica's a member, but Jessica wants to bring in her daughter. And Jessica books 2 slots. Jessica, so we can't set up what your daughter needs on the back end, like her telemed and all the other stuff, without affirmation.
Right.
So it's always best to have your friend or somebody just go online. You can create an account online and then book online, because if you do so, it makes the process easier. And it's less time for you to wait and less paperwork on your side.
Yeah. I mean, there will still be paperwork, but it'll make the flow so much better, because we'll have everything ready to go for you to fill out when you get there. Whereas if we have to get information for Jessica's daughter, it may take a little bit longer.
Yeah. And the number one thing, we want to get you in and out as fast as we can.
Yeah.
With a great experience and not a lot of wait around time.
Yeah.
Because, we're mindful of your time. keep it right. And another fun fact, you don't have to take a picture when the iPad asks if you have to take a picture.
Yes. Yeah.
We understand. Well, a lot of people come in after maybe a night out or they're not feeling too good and they're like,
do I have to take a picture?
I know.
And I'm like,
Which
no,
is
you can
kind of
skip that. But I will say I do like the picture because it makes you easier to identify. Like
yes, because if
you
your
have the
name
right
is like
person.
Jessica Smith, there will be
Yeah.
25 Jessica Smiths in the
Right.
account. And it's definitely easier to see you.
You're right.
But I do wish they maybe had it. Maybe take the picture another day or update the picture because
Yeah.
I'd be the same way if I had like a long night or I'm not feeling good. It's like, don't picture me right now. Like,
No, we have people that like take it up here and like take it a couple different times. I'm like, nobody's ever gonna see this, but
yeah,
Go
it's
off.
just funny how often I get asked that. Another
do
frequently
I have
asked
to take the picture? No.
Another
you do
frequently
not
asked
have to take
question.
the picture.
Restroom. Another frequently asked question. Where's the restroom?
Oh.
Second hall, either first or second
you-
door on the
you
right.
messed it up. No.
Second hall.
Down that hall, first door on your left.
That's the
Or
best way to say it,
second door on your left.
depending on if you're a guy or girl.
Well, if you're a woman, I say first door on the left.
Mhm.
If you're a man, second door on the left.
I really want to get a restroom sign,
We have restroom signs.
like a big one that's flashing and
from,
pointing
like,
this
the
way.
ceiling. No. Well, we have 2 hallways for the people that don't know. They look identical pretty much. So if you're new, you don't know where you're going. That first hallway leads down to our laundry room. You will not find the bathrooms there.
Yeah. Unless you want to do laundry, which,
Which we're not complaining.
by the way, have a great day doing it. I won't ever, if a customer ever starts folding something, I won't ever say, oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Free core service for you.
Who knows? They're going to start folding laundry now and being like, oh, yeah, I got a free course service. Like, oh, I don't know if it works like that exactly.
But guys, there's a specific way you have to fold the towels. If you don't fold them this specific way,
I don't
you're
think
not
any of
getting
the
your credit.
customers really care about the towels.
I
and how they-
care.
She really cares about the towel
I
folding.
do, because if they're off, they're not all going to fit on the shelf.
And that is one thing, let's brag on Hannah a little bit. She's great at staying clean. She's the one that'll be like, all right, it's time to deep clean the bathroom, or like,
yeah.
I don't like how this looks. We're going to change everything right now.
Yeah.
And she does it. She's dedicated.
Holly's definitely right there with me when it comes to like rearranging and stuff like that. But I did spend quite a bit scrubbing the grout on the bathroom floors because they were looking a little not great.
Yeah. And these are all things that just go into running the day-to-day,
Yeah.
like at Restore. Make
Well, I
sure
mean, we
that-
were super slow. I was like, okay, let's go do this, get it done, and have it look great.
Yeah.
so.
We want to have the best experience for the customer.
Yeah, you want to make sure that they see that the grout is very clean.
They're like, that is perfect.
That's clean grout.
You're-
I'm so passionate.
wow.
Love the grout.
So while Hannah's doing that, I'll normally start nerding out about medical services with you because I love them. And then so people that haven't met yet, Holly, we've talked about her a little bit.
She's our general manager.
She's manager. Mm-hmm. And then we got Drew
Yep, he's our lead nurse.
there, and then me, studio marketing lead. And those are kind of like the faces you'll see the most. That's
Yeah.
probably who you run into, say hi
I'm there like all the time, so
all the time. And I'm
There's-
there,
50-50 chance you'll see me.
and I'm there a lot too. I'm either doing a service with you or
He's just popping by to say hi.
just saying hi.
It's like a second home.
By the
really.
way, if I get donuts, eat the donuts. They're for you guys. I bought a whole pack of donuts for everybody. And
Well,
no one
you know
took
why?
One. I did eat 3 of them. But
Oh my God. You know why nobody's eating them?
I said, take me on the donuts. Why?
Because they're not good for you. Maybe if you would have had like
What, vegan donuts?
protein
Gluten-free?
smoothies or something, I don't know.
I think it's okay. It's okay to have a nice snack every once in a while. There's control there.
Yeah, I don't like to eat sugar in the morning.
Me neither. Totally. That's such a bad idea.
So bad.
I would never have 3. Dude, it was from Jeff's Donuts.
I
Had
don't
3
like
Tiger
donuts.
Tails. So good. Well, because I'm a big back at heart.
I am too, but I don't like donuts.
And if you guys don't understand what a big back is, it's someone who thoroughly enjoys junk food.
That's me.
Actually, we can talk about this. This is a fun thing most people know about. We have an InBody scan.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can use it. And it's great for anybody who's a GLP-1, back and forth, like check your progress. So let's go into a little bit of like what the services actually do. And I'll use myself as an example. I had rockin' blood pressure. By rockin', I mean skyrocketing. It was around 150 over like 90. And luckily enough, I'm golden now. I'm talking like 120 over 80, some days 110 over 70.
Wow.
I feel really good those days. And that's because I've been utilizing the services at Restore. The IV drips have been amazing for blood pressure control. The ingredients like L-carnitine, there's some things that might point to it helping with diastolic blood pressure. But the hydration part of IV drips helps a lot. And then NAD. So those are kind of the three things I've been like really getting at. And it's been great. I'm less red. I've also lost more weight, which has been nice. The fat oxidation's been cool. Because I started to Restore about 250, and now I'm like 230s now.
And you did things outside of Restore to aid in that journey, right?
Absolutely. Eating right, cardio, lifting. I feel like Restore is kind of the thing where if you're an athlete, trying to live longer, just longevity, whatever you want, Restore is that extra 10, 20%. Like the outside life, that gets you that 80. Like you're going to get a lot out of a good diet. You're going to get a lot out of going to the gym. But if you want to push that, if you want to be at 100%, that's what gets you there. Because you can't eat like trash and just come to Restore and think it's going to fix everything.
Yeah.
You still have to put in the workout side of it to live those healthier habits. Because of course, as much as we want to tell you, oh yeah, these services do everything for you, they do a lot. They help.
When you're consistent.
But you still have to do everything outside of Restore too to get that.
Right.
And one of the things that drew me to Restore originally is that I liked that was fairly scientific. There was a lot of studies done behind a lot of things, and everything's pretty well measured. Look, unless your temperature for cryotherapy. And speaking of cryotherapy, Hannah, let's have you walk someone through their first cryotherapy experience.
You totally just went off course, but okay.
ADHD is powerful.
So your first time in cryotherapy, we will walk you to the changing room. We'll tell you everything to put on. We have socks, slippers, all that stuff. When you're done changing, you'll come out to the main cryo room and we'll run you through everything. For your first time, you're going to be in there at -166 for 2.5 minutes. The window will be halfway down. From there, we'll have you put on gloves, a hat if you want it, and you get to choose a song. Come prepared. Have a song ready to go. We recommend something upbeat, fast. But yeah, when it's cooled down and ready to go, we'll put you in there, play your music, and give you little time updates. And when you're done, we'll open the door, you'll come out and be cold. So for women, we recommend wearing shorts and a sports bra. You want to make sure it has no underwire. You need to take off your jewelry and stuff like that too. No Apple Watches. Might be a little cold. For men, just boxers, shorts. More skin showing, the better.
Correct. Now, some cute things to note. Why don't you wear any jewelry in? It's going to burn. I'm not sure if you've ever touched freezing metal before. It's not comfortable. And then if you do have a whoop like this, not saying you can, but I've done it a lot. And it's fine. My whoop hasn't died. Actually, I take that back. My whoop did just die and I bought a new one. So maybe
it wasn't from cryotherapy though.
It wasn't. No, it happened like so many months after that.
Yeah, another great thing to note is our store hours. Monday through Thursday is 10 to 7. Friday will be 10 to 5. Saturday is 10 to 4. Sunday is 12 to 4. So
and these are important to know because certain times, it takes about an hour to get an IV drip. So if you come in at 5:30, you probably can't get a drip.
Yeah,
well,
that's
maybe 5:30. I mean, like 5:30 on a.
So for medical, and if it's your first time, you need to be there an hour and a half before closing so we can get you cleared with our nurse practitioner. That is very important. If it's the last hour we're open, we're probably not going to be able to do it just because the NPs go home for the day.
Yeah.
So
just be wary of like when you do book, because especially if you're trying to walk in, let's say you're from the street or something like that, you come in at 6:30, probably can't get you in just because we can't even get you cleared. And we have to make sure you're medically cleared and make sure you're healthy before we give you anything. And that's the great thing about Restore is that they do their due diligence. We have NPs that clear everybody, go through your medical history from any medications, make sure nothing we give you is going to interact with anything negatively, and that you're healthy enough to receive the services. Because the last thing we want is for you to do something and then be unhealthy. It's the exact opposite of what Restore stands for. That's do less. That's not do more. That was a good dad joke if you didn't know that.
Do more is our slogan if you didn't know.
If you didn't hear it because she was just really quiet there. Do more is our slogan. We use our outside voice.
Our outside voice.
That's very inside. So thank you guys for watching. Today's just been like a high-level overview of what Restore is, what we do, and how we function. Now, we're going to get a lot more in-depth about the nitty-gritty of all the things we do. We have our nurses on. We'll get really in the details of all the stuff that goes on. But the fun stuff is, if you'd like to be on the podcast, just let me know. My card's in the studio. Just grab it, text that number, give it a call, whatever. I'd love to talk to you about your experiences with Restore, how it's worked, and get to know your journey more. And of course, these episodes will probably be coming out every other week, maybe every week if we get consistent enough. And if you have any suggestions, let us know. This is a new thing that we're starting, so all the feedback, the better. I'm great with criticism. And so is Hannah. I don't know if that face means yes or no. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and share it with a friend if you think they might benefit from Restore services. Bye.